Hello, you're stuck in traffic with Wolf Gorlick, a couple minute riff on IT and IT security. Today we're talking about engaging the users, the end employee, and the actual security control itself. So over the past weekend, I flew my daughter out to university. So packed her up, got her on a plane, lugged all the gear up several stairs in the dorm, realized she had brought half a library, and then left her there and flew back. In this process, I parent and many of the same principles that I use when I'm thinking about information security, and one of them was, pack your own bags. Here's what the college says you need. Here's what the airport recommends you do. Go forth and do. And of course, she had a couple learning experiences doing that. There's a couple things that weren't quite right, but we straightened it out at the airport. So the end result of that was she felt very good about her packing choices, felt very good about the experience. And the tip to you is, when you design security controls, similarly engage your users. We're going to tell you why that is in just a moment, but the key trick is to start with the question of, what about this do you think is wrong? What about this do you think we could do better? How would this particular security control be difficult for you? Or, conversely, make your lives easier. There's this cognitive bias called the IKEA Effect. If you haven't heard about it, read up on it. It's pretty cool. The basic concept is the more labor, fruitful labor with results, the more labor that a person puts into something, there's a natural bias to assign higher value to it. The more labor that they spend engaged in creating and developing and making decisions themselves, the higher buy-in they have, the higher value they place in the end result. Even if the particular control may not be as rigorous as a control that you would design yourself independently, that very rigorous control would perhaps be bypassed or ignored. Not that ever happens, right? In security, someone bypasses their controls. But it happens. It can happen. And so by asking the employee, hey, what do you think's right about this? What do you think's wrong about this? How do you think we could make this better? Engaging them in the process of doing a pilot and rolling it out. Not putting too much work in them, of course, but engaging them and making them part of the process that triggers that IKEA effect. Now they're thinking about that security control as their control. Now they're thinking about that security control as something that they contributed, something that they made happen. And they therefore assign higher levels of value to it, and they therefore are more likely to have higher levels of buy-in and keep doing it once you walk out the door. So think about that next time as you're putting together security control. Get a story that you followed this and it worked well, or conversely that you didn't follow it and it blew up. Hit me up in comments or on Twitter. Have a good one.